Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the San Francisco 49ers and the entire NFC West. Rumor has it that the Niners are involved in discussions to acquire Devin Witherspoon from the Seattle Seahawks. And if this trade goes through, it could have huge implications for our defense, especially in the secondary. Now I know what you're thinking. Another trade rumor, right? But this isn't just any rumor. It's one that's making waves across NFL circles, and it's worth paying close attention to because it aligns perfectly with the 49ers' strategic move to bolster their defense for a deep playoff run and possibly a Super Bowl appearance. So what's the buzz? Reports suggest that the 49ers are in talks with the Seahawks about trading for Witherspoon, one of the league's most promising young cornerbacks. The Seahawks, currently sitting at an 8-6 record, are in a tough spot. They have a lot of cap space, around $52 million free, but they're prioritizing re-signing their star receiver DK Metcalf and their dynamic corner Tariq Woolen, especially after a rocky season on defense, where opponents have been passing all over them, averaging 225 yards per game through the air. The Seahawks' secondary has struggled, and their focus seems to be on building around Woolen, who's been a bright spot with a PFF grade of 87.4. Meanwhile, Witherspoon, at just 25 years old, has proven to be a shutdown corner with a career of astonishing stats, 13 interceptions, 52 pass deflections, and a lifetime PFF coverage grade of 93.8. That's elite, folks. He allows just 49.8% completion rate and a 57.6% contested catch rate, which is top tier in the league. This guy's ability to lock down receivers is undeniable, and his versatility makes him a perfect fit for the 49ers' defensive scheme. Now, let's take a moment and appreciate what Witherspoon brings to the table. He's not just a corner, he's a game changer. In 2025, he's projected to be even more impactful with a PFF overall grade of 96.4, which would rank him as the top cornerback in the league. He's already accumulated 8 interceptions and 22 pass deflections, with a remarkable coverage grade of 95.2 and a pass rush grade of 92.8. His INT per target rate is 88%, and he's been a nightmare for offenses with an EPA expected points added per target of plus 0.33 when denying passes. What's more impressive is that he's maintained a perfect health record with no injuries so far, a rarity for a player of his caliber. So why would the Seahawks consider trading him? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Seattle has been selling high on their instincts, focusing on Woolen as their future shutdown corner. Plus, with an underperforming offensive line that's allowed 44 sacks this season, they're looking to rebuild and prioritize their front line and other critical areas. The Seahawks are also known for their aggressive approach in building through the draft and trades, and they see the value in acquiring draft capital, specifically a second-round pick and a fourth-round pick, which the 49ers are reportedly willing to offer. This move could give the Seahawks more flexibility in their rebuild, especially with the cap space they have. Now, what about the 49ers? Well, this is where it gets exciting. Our secondary has been solid, but to truly contend for a Super Bowl, we need that extra edge, that lockdown corner who can take away the best receivers and make life difficult for opposing quarterbacks. Adding Witherspoon would be a massive upgrade, especially alongside Talanoa Hufanga, who's already playing at an elite level with a PFF grade of 90.6 and 6 interceptions. Witherspoon, paired with Charvarius Ward, would make our secondary one of the most formidable in the league. Right now, our pass defense is giving up around 208 yards per game, which isn't terrible but isn't enough for a team aiming for the Vince Lombardi Trophy. The addition of Witherspoon would help us reduce that to around 168 yards per game, boosting our efficiency by approximately 31%. That's a huge leap, and it would significantly diminish the deep threats that have burned us in the past, cutting down the percentage of contested catches and forcing offenses to adapt. Let's think about the potential impact. In Week 16, Witherspoon's game grade was an incredible 97, 8 on PFF, and that was before even joining the 49ers. Imagine what he could do once he's in our system, wearing the red and gold, soaking in the coaching from our defensive staff. The projection is that this move could increase our win probability against top aerial teams like the Rams, who average around 270 passing yards per game. With Witherspoon covering the top receivers, we could see a significant drop in their passing success, making it much tougher for opponents to move the ball through the air. And of course, this all ties into our Super Bowl ambitions. The odds of the 49ers winning it all have shifted from plus 400 earlier in the season to as low as plus 170, which shows the confidence the betting markets have in our squad. With Witherspoon's proven ability to be an X-factor in the playoffs, he boasts a 10-2% interception per target rate in the postseason. Our chances of lifting Lombardi become even more real. His presence would give us that extra boost in critical moments, especially against high-powered offenses like the Eagles, where his ability to shut down top receivers could be the difference maker. From a strategic perspective, this move makes a lot of sense. The 49ers have a chance to transform their backend into an impenetrable fortress. With a cap space of around $45 million, the team could also look into boosting the defensive line, adding some much-needed beef to rush the passer and create more pressure on opposing quarterbacks. The Seahawks, meanwhile, seem to be playing a longer game, selling high on their instincts, focusing on Woolen and building for the future, even if it means parting ways with a player like Witherspoon at this stage. It's a calculated move for them, especially given their current standings and the need to rebuild a secondary that's been too vulnerable. Now, I want to highlight the broader context of this potential trade. The 49ers have been known for their aggressive approach on defense, not just on the front seven, but also in the secondary. Over the past few seasons, we've seen how crucial lockdown corners are when facing off against top-tier teams in the playoffs. Think about the impact that players like Surtain had when he was traded to the Broncos. His addition elevated their secondary by 14 interceptions, and that's exactly what Witherspoon could bring to our team. A true game winner who can take away the opponent's best pass catcher, force turnovers, and swing momentum in our favor. Plus, imagine the leadership qualities Witherspoon brings. He's not just a shutdown corner. He's a dynamic, cerebral player who understands the game at a high level, capable of reading routes and positioning himself perfectly. His versatility makes him a perfect fit for the 49ers scheme, which relies heavily on adaptable, smart players who can adjust on the fly. His addition would also send a message to the rest of the league. San Francisco is serious about contending now, not just next year. We're all in on winning another Super Bowl, and this move could be the piece that pushes us over the edge. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. The Seahawks are likely to be cautious, valuing Witherspoon's future potential and his current contract situation. But the fact that these discussions are happening at all speaks volumes about how much the 49ers see in him and how eager they are to bolster their secondary. It's a bold move, but one that could pay off big time, especially if it allows us to shut down the aerial attacks of teams like the Eagles or the Cowboys in the postseason. That's the kind of defense that wins championships, and Witherspoon could be the key piece to make that happen. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Remember, this is a team that's always looking to improve, always pushing to be better, and always aiming for that elusive Super Bowl title. Whether this trade happens or not, one thing is for sure. The 49ers are not settling. We're in the window, and every move we make is with one goal in mind: bring home that 6th Lombardi trophy. So keep your eyes peeled, stay passionate, and let's keep riding this wave of excitement because the best is yet to come for the San Francisco 49ers.